Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unicorn Battle in California. My name is Julia, and I'm so glad to greet everyone who has joined us today. The best local startups will pitch to our great expert board as well as to the audience worldwide because we are broadcasting live. That's why do not forget share links with your community that everyone can see you online. The links you can take in our Zoom chat here. And now I'm so happy to introduce you our CEO of Unicorn.Events, wonderful Anna Fedorova. Please, the floor is yours.
Hi, Julia. So glad to see you in sunny California, and I'm really glad to meet everyone at our Unicorn events. We are today will be listening to the best startups there are, and we'll know who the winner is of our today's battle, because the winner will join all other contestants for the Unicorn Cup World Finals. And our events are happening thanks to our sponsors. Platinum sponsor Network VC, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is our golden sponsor, and we have two silver sponsors today. Quarry, thank you guys, and Startup Inc. Be sure to check them out. And as I told you, we are going towards grand finale. Please mark the date in your calendar. November 10th, everyone will be online looking who is the best startup on the planet this fall season. We already know contestants from Central and Eastern Europe, from Asia, from Middle East, from Latin America, and today we will get the contestants from California, from Silicon Valley and states nearby, and the contestants will join other ones to pitch live to our top juries. Mark the date in your calendar, it will be one-day event. Let me introduce you to Unicorn Events. In case you don't know, we have been here for 12 years already, starting from 2009, and have done enormous number of offline events and online events since last year in 125 countries of the world and 5 continents. And we are doing really good job inviting best investors and corporations and business angels and make our startups happy, because our winners are fundraising like crazy, and you can be one of them if you join us for the upcoming events. And of course, we're welcoming new partners every day. We already are doing a new format, Unicorn Pitches, that are events for local startups where local and international investors can join. And startups, the winners of Unicorn Pitches, they join us for the Unicorn Battles regional events. To become our partners, please outreach to me directly or to our event managers, and we sure explore the partnership relations. We like to meet new people and be really global. And not to miss any unicorns, not to miss any great investors or startups, sign up to our YouTube channel. There you will see best pitches of our startups, life hacks from the successful founders, interviews with the top VCs. Everything you need in your venture life or your startup life is there. Sign up, help all other startups all over the world to become successful as well. And I would honor to introduce you to the family of Startup Network. We are a smart ecosystem that consists of various software solutions and internet platforms. This solves quickly and efficiently almost any task in the field of innovation and startups. Startup Network is a heart and a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Startup Inc. is an investor boarding and management platform to get an access to exclusive deals with experienced VCs with only 1K entry. Unicorn Events, you know it. It's the largest global pitch competition for startups that have a potential to become unicorns. VC House is a closed online community and network created exclusively for the VCs, where they can exchange deals they participate in as a lead investor. Network Investments is a meeting point for investment bank startups and brokers. Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special structure that allows business angels to invest into the best startups with small checks through syndicate deals. And Network VC is our seed fund and main center of venture activities. And I'm really glad that our host for today is Julia, because this amazing girl does really great job getting the best startup there are in America region. Julia, what do you have for us today?
Thank you, Anna, for the great presentation. I'm back. And now I'd like to present our wonderful partners. We are really grateful to them for their support of our events. And the first of them is 500 startups, then 100 open startups, our wonderful partner Fever, and Happy Farm Innovation Community. Moreover, our partner 100 Open Startups has a special offer to our winners. They give to the winner the opportunity to participate in the Innovation Week, where the best and great corporations meet startups and their innovation. So let's see who will give this opportunity today. And now welcome our wonderful expert official board, the board of official judges from California, and Anna will introduce them today. Please, Anna.
Thank you, Julia. My pleasure to do that, because those guys are really tough ones. So startups, be aware. They know everything about venture capital, how to become successful. So open your ears and listen what they have to tell you. But first, dear official judges, I would love to hear from you what check size, your sweet spot, what industry you're looking for, and what geography you invest in. And I would love to start with the CEO and founder of Startup Network, Alexander Soroka, who is representing Global Ecosystem Startup Network today. Hi, Alexander.
Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. And I'm so happy to see so many familiar faces today. And of course, I'm waiting to hear new pitches of startups, because it's our work to hear pitches every day. And our funds usually invest up to $1 million US. We geographically agnostic and industry agnostic, but we prefer to invest on late seed, round A stages mostly. Thank you very much. And
welcome, Alexander, on board. And a great woman, a wonderful investor, and really, really amazing personality, Purvi Gandhi, who is partner at and CFO at Hone Capital. Purvi, am I glad to see you today? Hi. Purvi, I know you are with us. Please unmute yourself.
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, it's awesome to be part of this event again. I think I missed the last couple ones. And in that process, of course, though it says I'm at home, I actually ended up launching my own firm, Quain. And I did so in the last 6 months. And at Quain, we invest in a very high volume of early and growth stage tech companies. And I'm really excited. Actually got a chance to look at the backgrounds of some of the companies to hear more about them. Our check sizes on the early stage side are anywhere from 100 to 250,000. And on the growth stage deals, which are really Series C and above, the check sizes are anywhere from 1.5 to 3 million. And so I'll be sending you the new information about my firm, but just like the startup world is evolving, I've ended up launching my own firm as well, my own startup firm, if you will.
Wow. Will you pitch at Unicorn battles maybe?
Yes.
Sure, looking forward to that.
No, it's my own investment fund. If you run a unicorn battle for investment funds, I will be there, yes.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you, Purvi. Welcome. Glad to see you at the event.
Sure.
And please meet Jim Thomas. He's partner at Karinaga Partners, and I know he's really fond of space tech. Am I right, Jim?
You've heard my pitch a time or two, Anna. Great to be with you guys again today. Yeah, I'm with Karinaga. We're looking for a technology that can improve Earth as we get ready for space. And there's so many great, as we see in all these battles, there's so many fantastic founders and amazing technologies from across the US, but really around the world. And then we're the closest venture firm to the Space Coast, and we're based here in Florida. I'm originally from California, but we're seeing so many opportunities from California, but also here in Florida around space. And we think space is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry over the next decade. So we're happy to be here. What we invest in, we call it seed to success. We usually jump in, usually proven technology, but pre-revenue. We're check size $500,000 to $3 million. But then we also shepherd our companies through the Series A, through the Series B. And in our most recent portfolio, we're gearing up to take 2 of our companies public. So we're really excited about the times and getting through these challenging times, but finding technology that can really make a difference.
Wonderful. So glad to see you today.
Great
Hope
to be
you
with you.
enjoy the event. And please meet Dr. Ella Lee, great friend of ours who hosted our unicorn battles back in Santa Clara in her wonderful space. She's partner of ZGC US Fund and CEO ZGC Capital Corporation. Ella, so glad to see you with us finally.
Thank you so much, Anna. It's so great to see you again. And also, hi, Alexandra. So nice to see you again. So my name is Ella Lee, and I'm CEO of ZGC Capital and partner of ZGC US Fund. We are the subsidiary of ZGC Group, which is the largest science park operator in China, and it has helped 82 unicorn and participated in 150 funds together. And altogether, the valuation created contributes to 37% of Beijing's GDP. And we are the US subsidiary, and investment is one big focus. And so far, we have funds covered from seed round to Series B. And also this year, we built our healthcare focused accelerator called Med Labs. Myself is a healthcare focused investor. But I also look at the deals in AI sector, and it's really a pleasure to be here. Looking forward to all the exciting pitch later.
Glad to have you with us, Ella. And we have more women than men at our official judges expert board. This really makes me happy. And to top it all, please meet Marisa Alma McGuinness, our wonderful judge who really doesn't miss any of unicorn battles all over the world. She's LP at Bloomberg Capital Fund and Golden Seed Silicon Valley alumni. Hi, Marisa.
Good morning. Good morning, Alexander, Purvi, Jim, Ella, and it's a pleasure to be here. This morning, the check sizes, the 2 places I'm affiliated with, they do seed and A, and the check sizes are Bloomberg is under $10 million, and then Golden Seeds is $250 to $2.5 million. So I'd like to just focus for a second on Golden Seeds because they fund female founders or startups that have females as co-founders or in the C-suite. And there's one company, speaking of, Jim was talking about space, one of my investments, Tempo Automation, this was done through Golden Seeds. They came, it was a male and female co-founders, and they came with an idea, and now they're the largest custom PC board manufacturing company in the world, and they have just gotten a contract. Their PC boards are going to be in the next spaceship that lands on the moon. So I thought that was exciting. They are a unicorn now, but they haven't gone public. So good luck to everybody, and you can start with nothing and end up being a billionaire.
What an exciting speech. Thank you. Very inspiring. Marisa, glad to have you with us today. Julia, back to you. Please present expert board we have today that will also vote for our startups and help select us who the winner is.
Sure, thank you, Anna. And yes, so we are going to our expert board. Please, I'd ask all representatives of expert board today to raise your hand if you would like to be the first. And as usual, I'll ask you to present yourself, your area of investments, your average check size, and obviously your fund you present. And please, the first one is Kelly. Kelly, I'm happy to see you.
Hey, Julia, happy to see you again. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly, founder and investor of Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. We also have office in Shanghai, China. Thank you, Alex, Anna, and Julia for having me. We're interested in deep tech, especially artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and advanced materials for the manufacturing and healthcare sector. Our check size ranges from $500,000 to $3 million to up to $5 million. And our most recent portfolio was acquired by one of the NASDAQ listed company in August this year. All the best, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us today. And please, more volunteers would like to present. Okay, Gary, as usual.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here and great to see you. You know, the startup community globally is really taken off. Yesterday, we did an event in Prague and there were 60,000 online viewers. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And here we are today with this incredible event. Anyhow, my name is Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I love AI and quantum computing because we need AI to be able to help us manage our lives. I've been involved in 2 unicorns. I was on the original management team at Click Software, sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion, and also Eva.ai, an AI HR tech company that I founded 5.5 years ago, long time. I am the CEO, president, and co-founder of GSD Get You Done Venture Studios. We have an accelerator where generally the check size is under $1 million, and we have our venture studio. We have companies in there that have raised up to $20 million in funding. Our job is to make their dreams come true. Our job is to access the market. We believe that intellectual capacity is evenly spread, but opportunity isn't, and we want to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much for being here. And we are going to the next judge. Please feel free to present yourself. Maybe someone from new judge, Stan Hoodie. How are you?
Hello, my name is Stan. I'm founder of Core. We are making the trading application for Gen Z, and we have tens of thousands of users, and we already closed our seed round at millions of dollars, and I'm glad to see you today and share my experience.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Really happy to see you. And we have time for more judges. Maybe someone. Okay, so if nobody likes to present, we are going ahead. Anton, please, your turn. Please share the word.
Sure, happy to do a quick intro. So I'm a senior advisor with Green Sky Capital. We just announced the first close of our 4th fund. Our ticket size is about $1 million, and we're quite technology agnostic. So we like highly differentiated tech and do anything from sort of deep tech to health tech across the sort of the range of various types of B2B focused opportunities. And we're based in Canada. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this info. And I see the hand from Jules. Hi, Jules.
Good morning. Great to see everybody. I'm a longtime participant on this, and I did miss a couple, so great to be back in the mix. I head up business development for KPMG's emerging technology practice across the US. which means that I'm looking at companies from two guys in the garage up through current and future unicorns and pre and post IPO companies, ultimately looking for new clients for KPMG. But on the side, I do angel investing, pretty diverse portfolio, but I am interested in space, ag tech, and health tech, among other things. And I aspire to be in the wine business. That is just the background. Unfortunately, I am not in a wine cellar, but great to be here.
Great. Thank you so much. And I see here David Mandel. Hi, how are you?
Hello, thank you. David with Emerging Ventures. We're a pre-seed and seed stage fund based out of Los Angeles. We're on fund 2, about halfway through it, investing in emerging tech startups throughout US, Canada, and Israel. Any vertical, no healthcare or biotech, but anything else pretty much. About 80% are startups using emerging technology to solve real world problems. And we sprinkle in about 20% actual deep tech companies, those who are inventing the next generation of tech. Happy to be here.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. The rest of charts you will see on our website. You can check their bio. And now I will tell you a little bit about our voting process for judges. So you know that in order to vote, you just need to click the link. I've sent it previously in my message. You should give it to your mailbox. And once you click, you will be redirected to the event page. You have to scroll the page to the startup session, and then you can see the logos of all participants and marks beneath. You have just put marks depending on their investment potential from 1 to 5, and you can change your marks during the event. And if you need some help, you just write to our chat, to my support team or to me, and we will help you. And also a quick reminder for our judge, if you'd like to ask the startup founders after their pitch during our Q&A, please do not forget to raise your hand in order to see and ask you one by one. And welcome our startups from California that will pitch today live. We have 7 great startups, and the first participant is startup Lyrid. Please welcome Simon Liu. Simon, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can see you. And before we start, I put a quick reminder for all startups. Please, we recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud, because we are broadcasting all over the world, and some countries have restrictions in these regards. And you can use chat or other channels of communication for this particular reason. Also, keep in mind that you have only 3 minutes for your pitch, and then you have Q&A. Okay, Simon, so if you are ready, we can start.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you all the judges and all the experts for participating on this presentation. I really appreciate your time. My name is Simon Liu. I'm the CEO of Lyrid. We are a cloud infrastructure platform that helps scale our customers' business globally on any cloud in minutes. The cloud is a necessity, but made extremely complicated for any developer, let alone a non-technical business owner. Let's take a look at AWS, comprised of over 200 products and services, same with Microsoft and Google. Why do we need 200 products to bring your business into the cloud? Most business compromise in taking these barriers and vendor lock-in as a cost of running a business. We, Lyrid, make cloud easier and more accessible. We break down this problem by creating an interface that connects all the cloud vendors with Lyrid and automate global deployment. As a cloud platform, we utilize data, machine learning, and user policy to wrap, deploy, execute their applications seamlessly between all public cloud. All these are done automatically while providing our user with tools, redundancy, automation that was inaccessible for them before. We help them scale their business from an idea to global distribution in minutes, allowing them to focus on their creation and not the operation. We, Lyrid, use the data to connect, abstract, and aggregate all the public cloud data center along with the local provider to liberate our user with option and performance accountability, creating a network of Airbnb-like experience for all cloud data center. We help change the dialogue between our customer and their client from, do you support my cloud vendor, to, do you like my software? Our customer love us and are happy to connect them with you after the presentation. Just coming out of Stealth on June 2021, this year we have booked $500,000 in revenue. For 2022, we have a pipeline of $1 million worth of project in engineering phase, projecting a revenue of $2.4 million for 2022. We achieved 5 to 6x year-over-year growth and projecting the same growth for the next 4 years. We are looking at vast market potential to tap into, and the number aligned with Lyrid's growth strategy. The current ecosystem of routing compute, Lyrid Cloud, and the solution marketplace built on Lyrid platform can quickly put us in a $160 million market, moving towards a $200 billion cloud spends. We are a team of brilliant engineers and advisors with 100 years of aggregated experience. We onboarded 5 new hires last month, including a seasoned CMO with 20 years of experience in SaaS. And for the next till end of the year, we are hiring 4 more. And in Q1, we hope to hire 15 more employees. With that, I want to thank you for your time for listening to our pitch. Join us in our journey to make this cloud simpler and more accessible for everyone. Let's build an $8 billion company together in the next 4 years. And feel free to connect with us. And again, I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Simon, for being the first today. Please, now the Q&A. The first question from Jules.
Hi, Simon. Question on the business model. You didn't really talk about how you generate revenue. Can you explain, please?
We make money in 3 different ways. So when you can use our website right now, register for free. When you start paying $50 a month, we will have an engineer to support you. And as you grow away from the hobbyist into an enterprise solution, we make money from Lyrid Enterprise Kubernetes cluster that charge $50 per CPU per month. We will host your service, or you can route it natively to AWS and Google so that there's no vendor lock-in. And there's also recurring enterprise support that, again, training. There's also clients that love our solution but do not have the technical skill to do it themselves. We will do a non-recurring one-time professional integration to support that.
Good, thank you. The next question from Jim.
I had a quick question. Oh, sorry.
Jules, no, please go ahead. No.
I just wanted to follow up on what Jules said, because I did read in the write-up about your pricing model. What I wanted to understand is the actual GTM. How do you get to your customers and acquisition costs?
Very good question. Our current GTM, we have 2 different verticals that we are targeting. We are using LinkedIn lead generator, some basic Google search engine AdWords, and here's our performance. And this is just done by me and my CEO. And that alone have generated us the $1 million pipeline that we were talking about. And with the new 5 hire, we are turning all this success story into 7 additional vertical, and that will give us a $73 million pipeline. And conservatively, if we convert that by 5%, we are easily accomplishing $3.6 million for next year's.
Good, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you please let us know your LTV CAC? That's the first question. Second question is, how do you see yourself compared to other players in the market?
So there is a lot of competitor in the market, but we are the only one that do from code to global deployment. There are about 150 companies that they are doing small pieces of them. Might be a good merger and acquisition target for us. But again, we are the only one that do global distribution, and we are the only one that provide public cloud accountability. We are the only one that will provide them to say, Amazon is not delivering or Facebook just went down. Maybe we should find an alternative, and it will automatically swap over in about 20 milliseconds. So you can keep your business up and running. And I missed your other question, Dr. Elam. Do you mind repeating?
How much do you pay to acquire customers?
Currently, we do very minimum. And again, sad to announce that we only have 3 paying customers, and that generated our $500,000 revenue. So with these 3 customers, as you can see right there, one of them are ERP, and they gave us $400K revenue. Out of the $400K, $180K is ARR. And UpLyft is an e-commerce vertical, and we also have an IoT vertical that is a scanner company. One thing I want to point out that every software that is built on our platform, as they sell it to more clients, we also capture additional revenue of 12K ARR all the way up to 64K ARR. I do not have sufficient data to provide you what is our customer acquisition cost at this point, because we are doing very minimal marketing to accomplish the sales that we have today.
Thanks.
Dear Judge, I'm sorry, but I remind you that if you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand up in order to avoid some inconvenience here. Okay, so please, Jim.
Sure. No, those are great questions. Simon, can you talk a little bit more about who the demographic of your ideal customer, and where are they at in the business process? Are they early stage or seasoned companies?
We actually have 2 different personas. So as you can see right there, Facebook globally, they are currently on our pipeline evaluating. And the persona is, if you have an idea, we will be the first stop. So that instead of going into AWS or Google, stuck with them, we allow you to move to where your customer is. One very unique feature of our platform is you can set a latency experience, meaning that any customer that use your cloud solution shall not experience more latency than 200 milliseconds. And we will use the IP address data to tell you where is the data center to accomplish that. So for startup that don't know where their customer is going to be, they will start with us. Matchbook AI and ShopeePal, they already have a working product working in AWS. So they have very little incentive to move directly to Lyrid. But they realized that they made a mistake because now they are locked into that one cloud provider. So any new function or any new feature on Matchbook AI and ShopeePal will be integrated into Lyrid. And hopefully when they reach Series A, they will bite the bullet and move their whole solution into our platform. And that is a persona, but in terms of vertical, of course, there's IoT, e-commerce, security, ESG. Anything that you use online are our client, but I do not want to boil the ocean. So we are starting off with this market or vertical.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, the time of Q&A is over. And yeah, thank you so much for your presentation. We appreciate it a lot. And now let me introduce our next participant, the startup, LIFEID.health. Please welcome Marcus Motamedi. Marcus?
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was trying to save some bandwidth. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is well. So this product that I'm introducing to you guys has never been around. So I'm going to play a short 1-minute video that's going to spare me a lot of explanations. So very quickly, let me...
please share your screen with us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
LifeID is a digital medical ID tag that can be placed anywhere, such as on your fridge, your car, or be worn as a necklace, bracelet, or other wearables. LifeID contains your medical information and emergency phone numbers. In case of an emergency, a small QR code on the tag can be scanned to reveal your medical conditions, such as an allergy, heart disease, or diabetes, as well as your medications. Have your LifeID with you at all times. So in case of an emergency, if you can't speak for yourself, LifeID does it for you. paramedics or a Good Samaritan can simply scan your tag with their smartphone and instantly obtain pertinent medical information from your LifeID profile in order to better help you. As soon as your tag is scanned, an automatic text message with your GPS location is sent to your emergency contact, so your loved ones can find you wherever you are. Stay safe with LifeID.
Hi, everyone. So obviously, that's a product that hasn't been on the market, but we've had fantastic reception. Sorry, I have so many different screens here that, and I just found out about this yesterday. So I'm a little bit, sorry about that. 1 second. This is not my best presentation.
Do not worry, really. You just
Yeah, I have so many. Sorry about that. So basically, LifeID is, as you saw, it's a QR medical ID. In 2018, when I was basically trying to take care of my mom, she had a health condition, and my background is IV infusion pharmaceuticals. And basically, when the first responders showed up, we had no medical information or anything to give them. And I decided that I'm going to buy my mom a medical ID. And I kind of fell into a rabbit's hole when I realized like medical IDs haven't been changed since the 1960s. There's nothing up to date that could connect these technologies. So basically, I decided to create that product. And we've had an incredible reception. Right now I'm working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and that's because we're only a crew of 3. But we've had a wonderful reception. In particular,
I'm sorry,
after
Mark.
the pandemic.
Do you have a presentation because we cannot see?
You can't? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I'm sharing my screen with you. I apologize. And I'm going through the slides as if you guys are seeing. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah. Wonderful.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Nothing. Continue, please.
So basically, again, in 2018, I had this issue with my mom, and I basically decided to create the product because there was no medical ID that someone can wear or have that is connected to any internet technology. And that's in the healthcare environment. That's my mainly health tech is my background. So basically, I created LifeID. And as soon as we launched, it just took off. We were under another name previously. It was called eTags until before the pandemic. And then we did a survey with our eTags customers and talked to them about our dashboard services, different things to find out how we can improve the product. And most of the suggestions were about the name. Particularly, some customers said, if we knew we know what eTags was with a different name, we would have bought this a lot sooner. So we changed it to LifeID. We have several patents for this product, and I'll go over those as well. Right now, the way we're basically creating interest and recognition of the product is through these online platforms and different ways that we're kind of getting brand recognition, even though we're selling a lot through e-commerce, but we're still trying to let people know such a product exists, because a lot of people, when they find out, they're extremely surprised that there's such a thing instead of an engraved medical ID. So, and our revenue system, and I'm not sure if you guys can see the images or not. My computer is not really cooperating today. But so basically how the system works is let me see if I went through that, but this is the best image. So you set up a profile and you buy one of our tags, and then we ship it to you, and there's a 6-digit code on the bracelet, necklace, or whatever you buy. And that is the code you connect to your profile, and then you edit your profile, add emergency contacts, add as many people as you want. And also your emergency contacts get a GPS text message every time your LifeID product is scanned. And basic subscription is $4 a month. And then if you want to connect your heart monitor, glucose monitor, electronic health record, that's another $5 a month. They come in every kind of format. Right now, we're only selling bracelets and 2 of our patented products who are selling the most. So we have taken off stickers and magnets and other products for the time being, but there is so many possibilities with this product. We're just trying to manage the demand for the smaller areas right now. This is our current demographics for 2020, 2021. To our surprise, we thought seniors are going to be the major demographics, but actually Gen Xers are our best customers because they not only buy one for themselves, they buy one for their kid, and they buy one for their parents. And because of that, we added an additional feature to our profile where you can control other people's accounts and profiles from yours, which was another upgrade that really boosted our sales. Our current sales are mainly about 80% from Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. On Amazon, we're a registered brand, and those who are familiar with Amazon understand that only there's 15,000 registered brands on Amazon, and we are number 9,882. So that is a huge significant aspect. And I would say 80% of these sales, 70% of it is just from Amazon, and then the rest from Walmart and eBay. So Amazon is turning out to be, yes.
Your time is over. Yeah, we have 3 minutes. I gave you a little more.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, maybe in the questions you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And so here are QR codes. If you guys just want to scan them, you want me to stop sharing, or you want me to continue sharing, or just wait for questions?
Yeah, you can share, continue sharing, but now please, we have time for questions to understand better your product. Please, the first question from Jim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. And yeah, obviously it could be a life-saving market you're working in. Can you tell us a little bit about what's proprietary and, what's been your go-to-market strategy, but then also what's proprietary about what you're doing?
So we have patents for the QR matrix itself. You can't patent a QR code, but you can patent a QR use code. So for, let's say, maps or different uses in different fields, electronics or other products and healthcare, you can basically patent the QR matrix, and that's what we've done. Basically, actually last week we got one of our patents approved, and then we also patented certain different medical ID products which were never on the market before. So based on what I understood from the previous market, a lot of people want to wear a medical ID, but they don't want to wear a bracelet. They already have an Apple Watch. They already have some other kind of wearable, Fitbit or something. So we patented 2 designs that are actually our best sellers right now, because our guess was correct. A lot of people want to have medical information on them, but not on another band, just some way they can attach it to their existing wearable. And those are patented as well.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. Was a question and answer. And the next question from Subrata.
Yeah, hi, this is a very nice one actually. Just wanted to understand, is it kind of retrofit? You can sort of put it on any sort of bracelet or watch, or does it require it to interact with the device that it's sort of piggybacking in terms of the functionality?
Yeah, so to simplify that question for you, imagine setting up a Facebook account. So we sometimes tell some of our demographics, it's like a medical Facebook, where when you set up your profile, and our profile is set up that easily, that quickly, actually quicker than setting up a profile on Facebook. And then instead of connecting to friends, you connect to the products we send you. So each product has a 6-digit code, and you connect to that product. So your profile always stays the same. We have something that's called the mid wall, actually, just like a Facebook wall, where you post whatever medical information and images and details you want to provide. And then if that bracelet or Apple band sleeve that we give you is damaged or lost, none of your information is lost, and you just order another one and you basically connect it again to your profile. Does that answer your question?
So in other words, you are saying that it doesn't sort of functionally interact with the device, right?
No,
it's attached to. Okay, it's sort of independent.
Yeah, that's intentional. There's no batteries. It's a completely dormant system. until you need it.
Got it. So it works independently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you, Marcus, for your presentation and your answers. And yeah, we.
Can I still ask a question?
Yeah, please, please, please.
Yes. So can you also tell us about the traction? And also, can you quickly talk about a scenario when other big wearable company want to also jump to in the same space, become your big competitor?
Can you repeat the first question again? Because the second
just traction, your revenue.
Yeah, right now, yeah, our revenue, we're almost at $250,000 already for this year. And like I mentioned, mainly Amazon, Walmart, and eBay, and our own e-commerce website. So basically, that's completely taken over our attention right now. But we have a long-term plan to become the new medical ID system that is, kind of a much more updated IoT version. And then at the same time, I apologize. What was your second question? I'm really sorry.
Sure. No worries. I'm just a figure. What if other, like a big wearable such as Apple or other company want to also jump in the same space, take away the portion? Yeah.
Well, here's the biggest difference is I spent 2 years with first responders, EMT, and emergency rooms before I launched the product. For example, Apple has that emergency thing on their phones and other systems. But one thing, for some reason, Apple didn't do is research what first responders, EMT, and medical personnel want to see and how they want to collect information. And one of them is they're not going to touch your electronics. They do not touch any electronic device for mainly liability reasons and other reasons. So the way I designed the product was the way they want to see it. And they already used, before the pandemic, they used QR codes and QR scanners for IV poles, IV bags, medical information, and the ambulance supply boxes. So that's why I designed it as a QR format, no batteries, no system, so they can collect information on their own device. I know Fitbit and Apple want to or try to provide some medical information or whatever, but one major aspect of it is they did not ask people who actually are using these devices in emergencies, and they would have known that EMT, first responders, don't touch electronics.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. The time for Q&A is over. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you guys, and sorry about the sloppy presentation. And I left my information for you guys, or I'll leave it again. Thank you.
Share with us in our chat your contacts. We will happy to see it. And we are going to the next startup. The next participant is Startup Odyssey. And please welcome Red Santa Barbara.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Red. How are you? Are you ready?
Good, thank you. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, sure. You can start.
Great. So I have a big question for everyone this morning. How do we reimagine events in the new normal, where virtual attendees are just as important as in-person attendees? I'm Reed Santa Barbara, the co-founder and CEO of Odyssey, a B2B SaaS virtual event platform that's changing the paradigm for virtual attendees. The pandemic has opened up new possibilities for event producers. They now realize that they can hold events in person and provide an immersive experience for virtual attendees from around the world, creating a win-win situation if you plan it right with the right technology. The event producers that we are working with are employees of Fortune 500 organizations like Boeing, Wunderman Thompson, Microsoft, and Red Bull that are all visionary, innovative companies. Our target producers are tech enthusiasts like Alex and Rachel, who are looking for an event platform that can deliver on the elusive promise of an immersive virtual experience without the requirement for their attendees to have spatialized hardware, like VR headsets or a gaming grade computer. Our solution for event producers like Alex and Hogan is Odyssey, an immersive virtual event experience for people who can't be there in person. I want you to imagine a high visual fidelity, three-dimensional world. A world where attendees can engage with objects to learn more, where they can share information with colleagues in real time, and interact with realistic depictions of colleagues in the virtual space. We bring down event travel costs for Fortune 500 companies, but more importantly, we are aligning ourselves with the fast-growing market of hybrid events, where virtual attendees are just as important as in-person attendees. The event opportunity is worth 1.1 trillion. Of that, virtual events account for 78 billion. A subsegment of this market are companies that will produce hybrid events. Odyssey is specifically targeting 20 billion of the virtual hybrid event opportunity. We expect to generate 16,000 in revenue per event, which is right in the middle of the $10,000 to $20,000 industry average. We're targeting Fortune 500 companies that run 4 events per year with an average of 1,500 attendees per event. From today's baseline, our plan is to grow to 43 customers by Q3 22 with 917,000 in quarterly revenue and 75,000 attendee seats sold. By Q3 2023, our goal is 179 customers, 5.2 million in quarterly revenue, and just over 400,000 seats sold. With an experienced team of event producers and board members who are invested in our company, we have the opportunity to bring closer together from around the world to experience the excitement of events taking place anytime and anywhere. Join us and be part of the journey with Odyssey.
Thank you. Thank you so much for it. And now, please, dear judge, feel free to share with us your suggestions, questions, comments. Please, Subrata, your question is the first.
I read short and sweet. I think it's beyond doubt that there's a huge opportunity, lying in front of us, right ahead of us. So I want to understand, how do you create that customer delight a little bit in detail, if you can?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a shot inside of Odyssey. And what we've created here is an experience for Wunderman Thompson. And they had an in-person retail shop in London. And we recreated that shop in 3D so that all of their virtual attendees could not only watch their live stream as a two-dimensional medium, but also go into the shop and interact with the items inside it. And all of these attendees were able to gather together and talk amongst each other while looking at specific items that the conference talked about, all in real time. So to answer your question more specifically, how do we create it? We partner with value-added resellers that are already working with companies like Wunderman Thompson and creating these 3D models for them in their event production pipeline.
So just a quick follow on here, right? So is it something like, sounds like an amalgamation of your retail experience and the virtual event experience, right? Is it something like that?
Yeah, it could be thought of like that. Taking another brand, for example, think of Bosch, which is not nearly as creative as Wunderman Thompson, but they have these physical products that they sell.
Yeah.
If Bosch was having a conference, they might have a two-dimensional live stream where they give a presentation about the products, but they're still missing that tactile in-person element where people would go and manipulate the products, look at them, talk amongst each other about the products. And that's what Odyssey is able to do. Give you that three-dimensional tactile experience that you normally miss in the virtual event.
Got it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, Jim, your question.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. Could you talk a little bit about who your competitors are and how you stack up against them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the incumbent in the space is Virbela. And to be really specific, there's 3 types of virtual event platforms on the market today. There's 2D video, like what we're using right now, spatialized video, which is where you can move your video tile around a 2.5D world. A lot of people know Remo or Gather. And then there's 3D virtual worlds, which is what I'm showing you. In the case of 3D virtual worlds, there's either companies like Virbela that require the end user to download an executable or there's companies like Sansar, which also require you to download an executable, but they also require you to have a dedicated GPU. So you essentially need to have a gaming grade computer. Our delivery method delivers high visual fidelity graphics over a web browser. We're using a nascent technology called pixel streaming, which essentially uses a GPU in the cloud, offsetting the compute off of the user's computer and onto our servers. So it allows us to essentially take an environment like this that has to be rendered in really high visual fidelity for the client to feel happy about showing it to their customers. It makes it so that all of their attendees will have the same visual experience, whether they have a 5-year-old laptop or a brand new gaming computer.
Good, thank you. And please try to make your answers shorter because we have more questions. So the
absolutely.
question, Gaurav, please, quickly.
Do you guys have customers right now, or any beta customers?
We do. We have 2 customers. We have Boeing and Wunderman Thompson, which I'm showing you now.
Sure. Reed, in your presentation, you have mentioned in the pitch that the event would cost about $16,500, right? Give or take. How does that cost compete in a virtual environment with other competitors, right? Don't you think that price is a bit higher, which could prevent companies from encouraging their own self on this kind of atmosphere or a virtual event?
Well, it depends on whether you're looking at a 2D video platform or the 3D virtual world platform. If you're looking at a 3D virtual world platform, you're looking between $10,000 and $20,000 to activate an event with 1,500 attendees. Now, we put ourselves right in the middle of that at $16,500. And now, if you compare yourself with popular 2D video platforms like Hopin, you're getting close to the $10,000 to $20,000 range. You're around the $12,000 range for a similar capacity.
Is that what Boeing and other customers you mentioned are also paying right now?
Yeah, exactly. So the environment that I'm showing you right now, if you, the 3 ways that we charge them were attendee seat fees, customization fees, and a host license. They paid just under $15,000.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you, George, for your questions. Thank you. Thank you, Red, and your startup Odyssey for being here today. And so we are going to the next startup. The next participant is startup Purple Squirrel Media. Please welcome Matthew.
Hi, first I'd like to say thank you so much, Julia, for hosting. You're doing an amazing job. And to the distinguished panel of judges and to the amazing startups, my mind is blown. I prepared a presentation for you guys to show a video so you can hear from my words what it is Purple Squirrel Media is. It's a diverse and inclusive OTT platform for content creators, a network for the people. And I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a pitch video. Here we go. Share
Wonderful.
this. There's the pitch. I'll send it to you after this. Here's the video.
TV will never be the same. Let's take this journey together. You probably haven't seen it and you probably haven't heard, but it's the new word. It's a purple squirrel world. Yep, it's the next thing. It's the best thing. I highly suggest in investing. It's talent, innovation, it's total integration. Forget 5 stars. It's the whole constellation. I appreciate your patience. It's a lot of information. I just sent you a file so you can verify my statement. Politically correct, no, but neither is the system. If you're living in a perfect world, I'd love to come and visit. You need to make a decision. The incision is deep. The hill you're climbing is steep. Instead of dragging your feet, listen to your heart for the beat. I'm 28 and I'm just starting to see that maybe Moses really parted the seas. It's really not as hard as it seems. So what? OTT stands for over the top. This means streaming across different devices whenever we want is possible, because over the top, a convenient term that explains the new delivery method of film and TV content over the internet without the need for traditional cable or satellite pay TV services. Monetization is achieved through on-demand subscription ad networks, TVOD, SVOD, AVOD, as well as dynamic partnerships. Speaking of dynamic partnerships, Introducing Purple Squirrel's team. A purple squirrel is someone with all the right qualifications, education, and experience to make amazing things happen in their community. Hey, there's me. Next, we have Saeed Ahmed, our strategic advisor. He has over 30 years of broadcast TV experience, and he's done this before. Kojenwa Moit, VP of Public Relations, Diversity, and Inclusion. She has a rockstar PR firm from Toronto to New York. The Clemsons, Theory One Productions, my hometown heroes, they make JT's tour go around the world, and together we've started a network for the people. Inside Cast with 10 times digital engagement truly sets Purple Squirrel apart, where you can stream to all your socials at the same time with ease. Purple Squirrel is stepping up to serve the small and mid-tier market in a crowded OTT ecosystem with a $1.8 billion adjustable market share. Purple Squirrel is here to serve the small and mid-tier market with affordable package plans and tiered pricing to meet any content creator's budget. The traction for Purple Squirrel has been nothing but life-changing, from making friends with famous boy bands to launching fashion shows in Miami and Brooklyn, and helping countless artists and creators accelerate their journey into the cloud. Let's take this journey together. With Purple Squirrel, you choose the ads that run on your content. That makes sense. With 10 times digital ad revenue and 100% real impressions. Thank you, sincerely, for helping us celebrate Purple Squirrel Media, a network for the people. My name is Matthew Karsten, founder of Purple Squirrel Media. You can reach me at 269-262-2808 or Matthew at purplesquirrelmedia.io. TV will never be the same. Let's take this journey together.
Great.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks
Thank
for
you,
watching the
Matthew.
video. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I don't think I'm nearly as smart as most of the people that are here at this competition today, but we have a wonderful team of advisors. I'm actually in Hollywood right now. I flew here last night. That's Hollywood. It's wonderful. And I partnered with, I joined a board of advisors for Happy TV, which is another TV network based out here in Los Angeles, as well as tons. We did New Chip Accelerator last year. I've met hundreds and hundreds of startup founders where we're working together to really collaborate and make our tools, our solutions, part of the next generation of tech, what's coming out. VR, AR, Odyssey, what's up? All sorts of amazing things happening, and I think Purple Squirrel Media is the California company to take it over the top.
Good. Thank you so much for your presentation. Please, the first question from our official judge, Purvi. Please, Purvi.
Hi, so you're definitely in line with putting more power in the hands of the creators. So congrats on that. And just wanted to understand, because I'm sorry, I was trying to get my head into this. Are you providing the one-stop for a creator to blast their content across multi-channel and select ads across multi-channel also? That's what I was...
How this started is my first call was IBM Video Cloud, because that was my first experience with OTT going over the top. And it turns out that that solution is about $12,000 a month. It's not really accessible to the small and mid-tier market, the creator, the theater, the performing arts, all of those people, right? And it turns out that the solution is still really complicated. And so there's a lot of tools that need to advance. And they've done so a lot in the last year, but still to be able to monetize that ability isn't being shared with anyone other than TV. And so if you want to build those solutions and have them available for content creators to monetize, Stream Media built the OTT platform. That was my first call, was Geo. They're partnered with LiveU, Broadcast Depot. They do tons of live sporting events. So the ability is like you can stream to all of your socials when you go live on this platform instead of having to go live. It's a platform agnostic tool to aggregate content, redistribute content, repackage it for a compatibility across all those socials, because they all want something different. Is it square? Is it rectangle? Is it all of those things, right? And so it gives that brand presence for the content creator who let's face it, they're the most talented people at what they do, and they need production value. They need TV magic, and this gives it, like iPhone says Hollywood in your pocket, you're welcome. It's the TV station in your pocket, right? It reduces the cost of the infrastructure. I talked to Stephen Brown at Fox when they're talking about the regional TV production stations. $6 million even to shoot a pilot still with the talent they already have. It's like, if you can make your infrastructure digital, then you only have to worry about the price of talent and where you're shooting, as opposed to $6 million for a pilot, right?
Good. Please, we have one question, one more question.
Thank you.
From Thomas, please, your turn.
There, could you talk a little bit about your pricing model and your financial projections?
So our financial projections, after going through the New Chip Accelerator, learning about venture capital, all of these things, they gave us a really high valuation. You know, that $2 billion valuation. I laughed. I hadn't heard that number before. And it turns out that TV is really big business, and there's a lot of money to be made, and it's the Wild West, as they call it. They call it the streaming war. So we're a pre-revenue company. I've focused on going through the accelerator and building those dynamic partnerships, because there's no way you can do it alone. It takes the whole village. And so I'm knocking on every door in the village, right?
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for your answers. Unfortunately, we cannot continue more because we have no time for Q&A.
Thank you very much, Julia. Thank you very much, judges, panelists, and good luck and congratulations to all the startups.
Thank you a lot. And yes, we are going to see the next startup UpLyft. Please. Yeah, I can see your presentation.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having us again. Thank you for putting on a wonderful event. I'll get going here. So this is Craig Mizrak, President CEO for UpLyft. UpLyft is a social impact venture that is commercializing the first ever independent transfer system from bed to wheelchair for people with limited mobility. This is a massive problem. There is no ability for an individual who cannot get out of bed themselves to transfer from bed to wheelchair today. And with a reduced quality of life and a lack of independence, there's an opportunity for the seizing with consumers in a home care environment. But also, it's a $20 billion workers' comp issue relating to back and neck injuries of healthcare workers in institutional healthcare facilities such as hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living. So why is this? Look at the current transfer systems that are on the market. They're archaic. A caregiver is required. There's physical labor, and even the most advanced lifts have patient weight limits of 250 pounds. So enter UpLyft. Here is our invention. You're going to see a product demo here. This is our founder, Anton Simpson. He's 82 years old, a triple degree engineer from MIT, Wharton MBA, 35-year aerospace engineer. As you see, the finger panels nestle behind his legs and his back. This story is amazing. His friend, who's 275 pounds, got in a car accident, paralyzed from waist down. Wife could not lift him out of bed. What does Anton do? He goes into his garage and builds a first prototype that his friend used for 2 years before he passed away. Since that time, we have been issued, not filed, they're not provisionals, issued 15 patents in the US and internationally. And as Anton goes down into the wheelchair, think of folks with Parkinson's, muscular dystrophy, MS, ALS, spinal cord injuries, seniors, the obesity population, all can benefit from UpLyft. And Anton's hands there on the outside are using buttons where a loved one, a caregiver, a nurse can use that as a zero physical lifting assisted transfer. The market is huge, 19 billion when you consider there are 3 million people in the US alone that need assistance getting in and out of bed every day. And just assuming a modest available market of 250,000 beds in institutional healthcare facilities in the US, if we just focus on households in major metropolitan cities, for direct to consumer, it's still $10 billion. We are selling product today at $6,000 cash with attractive gross margins for the medical device industry. But long term, we have a capital leasing strategy that's very sticky with recurring revenue and even short term rental opportunities and refurbished reclaim unit business model with a much higher price point and differentiated product for healthcare facilities. Here are some of our achievements. We have brand recognition online. We have pre-orders. We have an exemption of filing with the FDA. That's huge. There's no risk waiting for the FDA. We've commenced our manufacturing plan. We can talk about the reimbursement landscape in the Q&A. We've secured $1 million since inception. Our team is accomplished. We're experienced with medical device commercialization. I have 2 medical device exits to my name. Bria is our executive leader in marketing. Everything you see in our branding and digital marketing and funnel digitally is because of her leadership. We have a world-class contract manufacturing firm. And in closing, this is where we are going with the technology. We have a viable exit opportunity in 3 years with generating 50 million in revenue. These are industry standard benchmark acquisition comps, or with a little more capital, we'd have a 5-year exit plan. So with that, thank you for your time, and please join us in our mission to help independent people gain independence and healthcare workers have a healthier work environment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Craig, for your presentation. Yeah, and it's time for Q&A. Please, Purvi, your question.
Yeah, I noticed you said that you have identified an FDA reimbursement. Is this something that you validated?
Hi, Purvi. Yes, we have had an independent reimbursement consultant identify an existing code. That's the code right there. We have a competitor that was awarded coverage under this about 12 months ago. It is almost 2 times the reimbursement rate that we're getting in cash pay from customers right now. We just strategically have not filed for it yet because we want to build inventory and a little customer service function from an administrative standpoint. But this is something we would file a dossier with Palmetto in Florida and be awarded coverage under it within generally 3 to 6 months. This is not a 2-year process of having to get our own independent code.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Good, thank you so much. Please deem your question.
Great presentation. What's the cost and difficulty of installing this in, say, someone's single family residence?
Sure, thanks, Jim. Our model, it's like, let's not recreate the wheel. Stair lift companies, you look no farther than that. General contractors in any location, we only engage certified, bonded, insured installers that are adept at installing durable medical equipment. It's $250 per hour. That's how we do it.
Good. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So do we have any validation for the safety and also the duration? So when you leave the patient's app, you can definitely see it can help. What I'm concerned is whether along the way, if just one-time accident, it would just into this liability issue. So could you also comment on that?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ella. Look, truth be told, managing liability is probably the biggest area on my mind and our board's mind. It's one thing to get product liability insurance. It's one thing to have exceptional training, both of the assisted transfer technician or the individual. What I can tell you is this. We've done well over 100 usability patient studies. We've never dropped anyone. We've never left someone suspended in air. That's actually in the engineering with battery power limitations. The device just won't work if it's not charged above 15%. And so all I can say is this. We live in a litigious society. It's something we need to be able to manage. But to me, if you always do right by the customer, we have exceptional training. We have a world-class engineering and manufacturing firm behind this. That's the way we're going to approach this with our best foot forward. It's going to happen. And I just think a lot of how we handle it will be key in mitigating that going forward. So.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the last question from Subrata.
Hi, Craig. Great presentation. Just a couple of quick questions, right? So first one is, what's your target market? I think your price point is around $10,000, right? In terms of geography, what's your target market? And the second question is, are you planning to wrap your product with some service?
Yes. So we don't have a slide on this, but so we're selling out of the gate for 6,000. The 10,000 would be the benefit if we have the reimbursement coverage. The target market, look, it's really driven by seniors. So those that have disposable income, and actually about half of our orders today are by a son or a daughter that may be in their 40s or 50s. And so it's driven by seniors, and then obesity. We have not had cash pay. We've not had objection at the cash pay level of 6,000. If anything, we're getting advice and we're getting evidence from consumers calling us that we could actually get up to $8,000. But to your point, longer term, this is capital leasing. This is $350 a month. And yes, there's an alarm monitor, which will be mandatory. So that's $499 across the installed base. There's service plans, which will be just a individual service plan option for consumers at home. But in institutional facilities, that's platinum, silver, bronze servicing plans that can be different levels of like 24-hour service versus will come out in 3 to 5 days. So yes, servicing is part of this. And if there was an opportunity to connect with investors further, we can talk to you about our revenue model and how it plans to evolve with servicing, ancillary accessories, and the like across the installed base.
Great, thanks.
Great, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we are pressed for time. So I'm forced to stop this Q&A and give you many thanks, Craig, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Yeah, and now let me introduce our startup, the Plug Drink. Please, welcome.
Hi, everyone. This is Ray speaking. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Plug Drink. So we're actually based in LA. My brother and I, my brother who couldn't be here right now, were born here. We actually both went to university in Chicago. I went to the University of Chicago. My brother went to Northwestern. We've been working in corporate for, I want to say, like 7-8 years. And then we kind of identified a problem. I don't know if you could tell by our last names, but we're Korean by background. We go back to Korea a lot. And we realized that, long story short, that anti-hangover drinks were really big out there and there were none out here, right? So our product, the Plug Drink, let me just pull up the presentation real quick. Okay. So if you kind of take a step back, hangovers cause a productivity loss of about $250 billion each year. We kind of identify that, and what we're doing in a nutshell is we're educating people, especially in the Western world, about the power of plants, right? We're educating people that by taking our product, the Plug Drink, which has 13 plants, flowers, and fruit, no added sugar, no caffeine, no cholesterol, no fat. We break down the acetaldehyde in your liver, and we don't suppress the glutamate in your brain, in a nutshell. And by taking our product, you can do more the next day in whatever form of productivity that may be, right? So we launched in the heart of the pandemic, right here. This is our team. My brother, myself, and my father, who's an entrepreneur as well. We have the co-founder of Casamigos Tequila. He's on our advisory board. He's now the head of e-commerce for Johnson & Johnson. And we also onboarded 2 other advisors. One you guys might have heard of, the co-founder of Liquid IV in the hydration space. So we're educating people about our plants. It's a really big market out here. We launched in the heart of the pandemic last year in May 2020. Since then, we hit our $1 million run rate a year later. We've been growing, and COVID's actually been a net positive for us because people are becoming more health conscious now more than ever. Obviously, that bodes well for our company. So when you look at the market today, it's a really big market, and a lot of, I want to say, people that don't live in Asia have never heard of this herbal industry. So it's very interesting. You can see some of our competitors in the space. Actually, the largest anti-hangover drink in South Korea just announced that they're IPOing actually this summer for the first time ever for $1.7 billion. And just to give you the scale, there's only 50 million people out there relative to the US where there's 300 million plus, right? Let me see. And then that's our mission. We target, those are kind of our use cases there. These DHM is one of our main ingredients. We have 13 plants, flowers, and fruit. And people are kind of shocked, right? And now with the new space of the nootropics and adaptogens kind of blowing up out here, and people getting a little bit more familiar with herbs, that's why people are getting a little bit more familiar with trying out new products versus just big pharma drugs, right? And then lastly, we do have, I want to say, the highest herbal concentration in the market. A lot of people try to push out the plants and flowers and all the herbal remedies, but when you really look at the concentration, it's actually small relative to us. And then we have gained some national recognition. We raised over $2 million, and from notable investors like the NBA players, athletes, you name it, and even another hip hop artist that we haven't really announced yet, which I would say is top 5 globally. And then, yeah, so we're roughly, right now, we're in roughly around, I want to say 550 stores in SoCal. We're statewide in Michigan. We're about to be statewide in Pennsylvania very soon. We're in talks with a lot of big box retailers, you name it. And yeah, now our main push for the rest of the year, actually, let me take a step back. We're also the official partner for UFC this summer. We were the smallest partnership ever. And it was the first time in any global major sporting event partnered up with a recovery drink for their fan base on the alcohol side. And then we're the official recovery drink for Tao Group. We also partnered up with Wish.com, where their co-founder and CEO is actually a big investor in our company as well. So we're leveraging the power of influencer marketing here. This is the Wish Out's $100 million house in Bel Air. And we actually are the exclusive sponsor there, where all these little influencers and TikTokers come and shoot content. And we're able to kind of organically have our product placed in their background. And then this is kind of our company timeline. And that's basically about it.
Yes, great. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much. The time is over. And Q&A, please, Purvi, your question.
Yeah, so as I understand it, this is all natural, correct?
Yes. Yep.
And I noticed you talked about rehydration.
Yep.
Sorry,
yeah. So in general, a lot of I want to say, just let's boil it back down to when we were kind of kids, right? And we all played sports. Back then, there was no real such thing as startup sports drinks, right? When you get dehydrated playing soccer when you're 5 years old, you drink Gatorade or Powerade to kind of, I want to say, give you electrolytes to replenish the dehydration, right? So we're all programmed to think that way. So a lot of Americans, for example, and Californians are kind of misinformed, including myself prior to this, where you think, oh, electrolytes cures dehydration, which cures hangovers, right? Which is actually not true. Which is why Pedialyte and all those industries kind of hydration supplements blew up, but we're kind of marrying both of them, right? We're bringing a huge commercialized industry. Basically, every street corner in South Korea and Japan has anti-hangover drinks, 5 to 10 brands when you walk in, just as prevalent as if you'd walk out here and you ask any American, hey, what's your favorite energy drink, right? Someone can spit it out. So it's been a commercialized industry since the early 90s out there, and we're bringing it out here. Now with the plant-based movement, the health and wellness kind of movement, everyone being a little bit more health conscious because of COVID as well, and kind of overall the liver detox market and the insides being a little bit more of a focus overall on the health side. So it's a huge market for us. We want to become a household name into every household, where when you think of whenever you're, let's say, consuming alcohol or even not consuming alcohol and you're focusing on the liver, we flush out all the fatty toxins. So we want to be synonymous with that, right? And we've gained traction already. We launched D2C online. We're in all 50 states online, and now we're kind of pushing offline into retail. We did huge road shows at Sam's Club in SoCal, was super successful. So now we're rolling out over the Southwest as well, across multiple states. And then we're in talks, obviously, with a lot of big box retailers right now. Now, because of COVID's kind of dying down, at least out here, LA was very, very conservative when with the lockdown and all that. So yeah, so that's kind of basically it. And we're just bringing it out here, and people are kind of shocked, right? And then in terms of the hydration that you were mentioning, we're actually, we haven't announced this yet, but we're actually infusing electrolytes into our product for our next container order. So we're going to be the first kind of plant-based recovery drink that has both plants and electrolytes. And that's going to I guess that's going to be a big thing for us. That's going to be coming out in December, January.
Good, wonderful. Thank you so much. We have no questions. I guess that everyone got the idea. Oh, Jim, please.
Yeah, would you say your ingredient mix is the secret sauce? Is there anything proprietary about the shot?
Yeah, so actually, we actually officially acquired our formula from our manufacturing partner at the end of December last year. So we officially own it. And we thought that in mind as we increase and we, go through subsequent rounds. Obviously, the formula IP is going to be very big, along with the brand IP. When you look at our formula, it's actually reverse from the competitors out there. A lot of our competitors, some of the ones that I listed out there too, they usually have 3 to 4 plants and a bunch of vitamins and a bunch of added sugar or caffeine, you name it. And we believe the main reason why is to mask the overall effectiveness of the herbal remedy itself. And they all use the same white label manufacturers, and we kind of know that because they actually DM'd and messaged us as well. From our formula, it's actually reversed. We have 13 plants, flowers, and fruit, barely any vitamins, no caffeine, no added sugar, no fat, no cholesterol, and people are shocked, right? And our business partners in South Korea actually put in around $7 million into R&D to develop the formula. And we have a team of scientists out there. We have clinical research studies from a top university, Hanyang University out there as well. So that's that's why we're differentiated along with taste. We have the best taste out there. My brother and I, we honed it down for 12 months prior to even launching, and we wouldn't have quit our jobs and whatnot if it wasn't, if we didn't master the taste, since the Western palate is very sensitive, right? And then lastly is our branding. We're very meticulous on our branding, very, very detailed. And because at the end of the day, that represents who we are. And we do recognize that. That's why people, when you look at shoe companies, people gravitate towards Nike versus an Asics, right? They're the same shoe company, but the brand becomes very big, along with leveraging our marketing and influencer connections and network we have out here in LA.
Okay. Thank you so much. The time is over. So I really appreciate your presentation. Thank you for being with us today. It was Startup the Plug Drink. And now we are going to the last but not least startup for today's battle is Voice Script. Please welcome Renee. Are you with us?
I am.
Yeah, perfect. So please share your presentation. And
you all hear me and see me?
Yeah, good.
Cool. All right, great. Is the whole screen being displayed? Because it's not showing that on mine. Sorry?
Yeah, it's full.
It's full. Okay, great. Thank you.
Good.
The traditional court reporting industry is undergoing a rapid and forced transformation. Hi, I'm Renee Arvin, the CEO and co-founder of VoiceScript. VoiceScript SaaS solutions enable court reporting agencies to deliver new, better, and faster court reporting products and services while dramatically reducing production costs. Unlike digital court reporting and speech technology vendors like Stenograph, For the Record, Otter, or Verbit, VoiceScript solutions are much better aligned with the existing court reporting ecosystem. VoiceScript is a strategic supplier already to 4 out of the top 10 court reporting agencies in the US, and we're quickly gaining traction in the mid-market and with independent court reporters. Traditional stenographers are disappearing quickly, and the resulting shortage has created a critical and growing problem for the entire legal industry. Digital court reporting is the only viable alternative to stenography, but the current state-of-the-art delivery tools are woefully outdated. As a result, today's digital services fall very short of meeting court reporting industry's needs and the final client expectations. VoiceScript is reinventing the court reporting delivery model by integrating AI, speech technologies, and innovative real-time text editing technologies into SaaS solutions. Our products enable digital reporters and agencies to deliver better, broader services as compared to stenography. Digital reporters here in green are on pace to overtake stenographers in orange within the next few years. VoiceScript has partnered with several large reporting agencies to launch the Court Reporting Academy, which is training the next generation of court reporting professionals. And it's also creating future VoiceScript product clients and ambassadors. VoiceScript SaaS solutions, VoiceScript SaaS solutions include Reporter Studio Pro, which is on track to capture up to 40% market share by the end of the year, next year, I should say. AutoScript, which provides automated self-service legal transcripts, and the Legal Hub, which will automate workforce management and legal transcript production processes for agencies while also replacing several costly and inefficient production tools currently in use by the industry. VoiceScript's go-to-market strategy is perfectly aligned with the largest to the smallest court reporting agencies and enables them to quickly adopt and scale the delivery of modern digital court reporting products and services. Every dollar spent on a VoiceScript SaaS service can generate between $4 and $8 in bottom line profitability for agencies. Courts in the US began opening up in Q1 of this year due to closures from COVID. The entire industry now is desperately building court reporting capacity for through digital and are seeking suitable technologies to support rapid scaling. VoiceScript generated $60,000 in revenue during its first half of this year, and we're now on track to achieve $100,000 or more in monthly revenue by this December. Digital is going from 15 to 50% market share here in the next few years, and that represents a very large opportunity for VoiceScript. VoiceScript is currently raising capital through a standard safe, and we anticipate raising additional capital in a Series A round that we're planning for in first half of next year. Thank you for listening, and I thought I'd do a quick plug for Gary Fowler's GSD Accelerator. We're in the middle of that particular program, and it's an awesome program.
Great.
Thanks, Renee.
No worries.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah, please, Q&A. Question from Purvi.
So GovTech is not easy. I mean, this is a great idea. And you're right. I mean, the level of lawsuits are never going away in this country. So your service will certainly be of use and the transition is needed. My question is, how do you penetrate that whole sector from a perspective of, say, targeting the initial customers and sales?
Well, today, so we've done no marketing, we have no salespeople. It's all been word of mouth and relationships up to now. And we've been focused on the top 10, 15 court reporting agencies in the country. And we are finding that the CEOs of these agencies are finding us to be completely aligned with where they see their business going and in fact forced to go to with digital. But we're extremely well suited also to meet the mid-market that do not have the same resources as the larger reporters. So we're really a complete end-to-end based solution set from training of resources all the way to the final production of transcripts. And so it's from a marketing standpoint, we will start doing a lot of self-service type of web marketing to the mid-market quite soon here.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Who is your largest competitor, and how do you compare yourself to them?
So all of our competitors are all point solutions. So for example, Verbit, which is the largest competitor in the space today, they basically provide transcription services and speech rec type of services. The problem for Verbit and for the clients themselves, who are the agencies, Verbit is taking away most of, or a lot of the profitability of the traditional court reporting business. In our business model, everyone is winning, from the reporter who earns more income, as well as the transcriber. But because there's such huge efficiencies in the entire delivery model, the agencies are literally going to be able to earn $4, $5, $6 for every $1 they spend in our platform.
Good. Good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your
It was our last startup, right, Julia?
Yeah, the last startup has already
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, startups, congratulations. You've done it all. Can you please stop sharing the screen? And we will start talking to our official judges in just a minute. Dear judges, now it's your turn to make this party going. Startups can go and exhale. There is nothing you can do now. Only judges can do something to help us to know who will represent California at our Unicorn Cup World Finals. In less than a minute, we'll be closing the votes, and I will talk to you, dear official judges, regarding what you have heard, who you like the most and why, and who do you think will win today. So please prepare your notes. And I will be closing votes in 20 seconds. You can still vote. You can still change your mind and change your mark if you would like to. So your favorites will win, or maybe not, or maybe yes. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Please close the votes, and I will talk to our fellows official judges. They have a great role today to talk to me and tell what they think. Tell me everything. Okay, Purvi, you have been asking lots of questions. Did you like our selection of startups? And who did you like the most and why?
So it's interesting because I'm hearing these startups and I'm literally thinking, if I go crazy working in multiple clouds, I go for a drink, I get a plug, I have a life ID that has all my details if things don't go right. And I just become a creator and go to Purple Squirrel and put my content out everywhere, right? Yep. So I've basically covered my whole sort of life story in all these startups. And
it kind of sounds like Burning Man, doesn't it, Purvi?
Yes.
Absolutely, but winner can be only one or two. How many favorites do you have?
So I loved Lyrid. I thought that they're up and running. And my second favorite, not related to tech, is a plug. I think from a perspective of being all natural and obviously a solution for the college kids and all. But that aside, I've spent a lot of time in Korea and Japan, and I know these drinks, and they're not all natural. So there's a hesitancy to kind of take them. And I think that it's great that they've kind of pushed to conquer that market. I love Lyrid. It's crowded space, but I do believe that this is a huge issue where you're bound to your cloud provider, and as the costs go up, you're kind of stuck. So I really think that this idea has legs, even though it is a little crowded space.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that with us. Marisa, I see you nodding while Purvi was talking. Do you agree with her? Do you have the same favorites?
Yeah, usually it's really hard to pick for me because they've all been so good, but this time it was easy. I agree with Purvi, but in the reverse order. My favorite was the plug. And in the United States, we have something like 20 million alcoholics. So, there's a huge market. And then this is something that we don't have here. And people are really predisposed to taking some kind of a drink for whatever ails them. So I think this is a huge market. And I always look for a startup that's doing something that nobody else is doing. And I think in the US, that's what they're doing. The other one I really liked was Lyrid, because it's the same thing, because that way you're not tied to any specific cloud platform.
Okay, thank you very much, Marisa. Ella, you are also on our official judges board. I'll talk to Jim and Alexander after you. And what do you think about those exotic drinks or these exotic solutions? Who did you like the most?
Well, first of all, I want to give a really big applaud for all of our today's company. I do really have a feeling today's, today's company's general quality is above the average. This is what I feel, and I'm really proud of them. And it's really difficult to choose the favorite one, but I like Lyrid and also UpLyft. So this is my 2 highest score company. And also agree with so for the UpLyft, though the market need is there, but of course as a medical device you would have a very similar common challenge or difficulty or issue as other medical device. It's a little bit difficult favored by investor if you do not really have generated really big money to show yourself different from AI and also like a biotech in the sector. And definitely you have a long way to go, but in your presentation, short-term presentation, I do really see you cover many elements which may not have been fulfilled at this point, but definitely you already touch on all this important element. So yeah, I do really like, also rest of the company are also really, really good. As I mentioned again, it's just really difficult to choose. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Ella, very much. Jim. No space tech today. Are you disappointed?
No, not at all. I thought it was a great collection of companies and Purvi's summation of all the companies, how you could use it from beginning of day to end of day. I thought that was fantastic. We love impactful technologies, and we also tend a lot of times these days towards hardware as opposed to software, and also hardware that doesn't require multi-year FDA approval. So UpLyft was just really stood out to me. I thought it was, the assisted living facility, as society is aging, this is a global issue, and assisted living facilities are so expensive and usually have, subpar service. I think this could be brought into assisted living facilities, but I just know so many people that would love to stay in their homes and have a quality of life, and for children and grandchildren to know that they don't have to have somebody in the home 24/7. Then I think, Craig, what you mentioned, as people are larger these days, it's so different. Even if you had 24/7 care in the home, getting somebody mobility in and out of bed is a massive issue. So that certainly took the cake for me. I did like Plug, but when we're talking about life saving, I like the idea of UpLyft the best.
Wonderful, thank you, Jim, very much. Alexander, please summarize everything we've heard from official judges. You are really good in picking up the winner lately. Who are your favorites?
And as usual, it's really hard to choose the best one because it's tough.
Because we are doing a good job and picking good startups, right?
Yes, there were really a lot of good startups today, but we are the judges and we must say who we think are the best today. And I like today UpLyft because of the problem which they are solving. I like Odyssey for the innovative solution for event industry. But as a cynic VC, we like B2B SaaS solutions. So I put the best marks today to Lyrid and VoiceScript.
Wonderful. Okay. Julia, do you know who won the battle today?
Yes.
Are our judges close somewhere to picking up the winner?
Yeah, we have already close to the voting.
Okay, let's see it. It is official now at our event page. You can all startups go there and see your marks, but let's see who is the winner.
It's, as usual, it's so exciting moment. In a few seconds, we we'll be able to get to know who are the winners of today's battle. So let's go. And the third place of the Unicorn Battle in California is the voice script.
Congratulations. Wonderful.
Yeah, the second place goes to the Lyrid.
Wow. Okay.
And the winner can be only one startup is UpLyft.
UpLyft. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations,
Guys,
UpLyft, you're the winner.
Official judges, you're really good. You knew it all before it happened.
But it's not only the voting by official judges, but also by expert boards.
Absolutely, by expert board as well. But still, you picked the three. You all named all the three. I was wondering if we had offline event, would we get all those plug drinks? What do you think?
If we have alcoholic drinks on the event, yes, probably.
Okay. Well, I miss offline events then.
Yeah, and the winner UpLyft will participate in our Unicorn Cup on November 10th.
Absolutely, yes. Wonderful, really wonderful. Congratulations, UpLyft. Now the floor is yours. You can say a couple words.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Thank you, Julia. This unicorn pitch experience is exceptional. You've done a fantastic job. I also want to thank all the judges. It's obviously wonderful to win, but as an entrepreneur, and this being my second venture, and now in this post-COVID world of virtual pitches, your feedback is so critical to allow us to succeed and improve. I mean, that's what this is all about. And the final thing I'll say is, look, this is a peer-to-peer network. All of us entrepreneurs, we want each other to succeed. So to every one of my peers in companies on this call, nothing but the best of success. This is the pedigree of companies was exceptional. And so I'm a resource to any of you as you're raising capital or commercializing your product, and best of luck as you move your own respective companies forward. So that's all I have to say. And Bria, my colleague Bria, she runs all of our marketing. She's an executive leader. We couldn't be as successful as we are without obviously our founder, with Bria spearheading all of our marketing. So I would be remiss if I didn't thank Bria for all of her hard efforts in getting us to where we are. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Craig, and I wish you all the best. You have a month and 3 days to prepare for the World Finals and let the California win. Thank you all, guys. We will be wrapping up the event. It was great being with you. We will be going next Thursday to Asia Pacific. That is Southeastern Asia, Australia, New Zealand, great startups, great solutions, great innovations. Be sure to be with us. We are heading up towards World Finals.
And what about Antarctica?
Well, Antarctica, it will be in November. Well, it's like it will be called 4th of November is our Unicorn Pitches Antarctica. Yes, all impact startups, health tech, green tech, eco tech. Yes, we are saving the planet all the way we can.
Because we want to see the penguins.
Penguins, okay, I'll invite penguins as well. Okay, Alexander.
Can we just invite one penguin as a judge?
I don't know if it won't be handled as I don't know, some spoilment. I don't know if can penguins survive the online event? I don't know.
I remember there are some smart.
I think if you give them the plug, they might.
Okay. Thank you.
There are some smart penguins from a cartoon. I don't remember the name of this
Or Kowalski, it was like Sergeant Kowalski, something like yeah. They're those. We'll invite those one. They're funny ones. Okay.
We need to invite Kowalski. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Wonderful. Okay, thank you all for this cheering event, for this inspiring meeting, and I'll see you all online again soon.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
great meeting. Bye.